Hi, guys. Welcome back. And there's so much to talk about today. I'm out of breath, trying to get here, trying to get things done, but I'm so excited because last night we missed hot, messy topics, and tonight we will not. Guys, there has been so many articles that have come out today. So much shit is happening. I can't do this without you. And of course, Jason, so I'm going to welcome him up. But if you haven't already, go ahead, smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed because it's a subscribers only live chat. That way you can call in, get engaged, and participate. And with that, let's welcome Jason. Hey.
Hi. Hey. Hello. I got to figure out like how my intro, thing is going to go, like hello, or like, hey, hi.
Are you done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Oh, okay. I'm just kidding. No, I wanted to talk because there was so much that came out today. And at first I was thinking, okay, we'll cover like a few cotton candy stories and we'll bring it to hot, messy topics. That way we don't miss another night. And then boom, it's like it's either not a news day or it's a news day and shit is just going nuts.
Yeah. God, what a day.
What a day. All right, guys, there's already 80 people in the room in the first minute. So go ahead, smash that like button. And let's talk about this Dorit situation because this is not a good situation. All right, so we found out last night or this morning that Dorit's house was robbed last night. There were 3 intruders that came in. They broke her window. Thank you, Zach. Unfiltered or no filter with Zach. We appreciate you. They broke her window, as you can see over in the corner next to Dorit in the hoodie. It's completely broken, and this was her children's playroom, okay? So they broke the window into the children's playroom. She was in bed. This was around 10 to 11 o'clock last night, PST, Pacific Standard Time. And when the intruders came in, the 3 men came in with guns and apparently woke her up at the end of her bed, and they told her, they're like, hey, we're here to rob you. And she said, no, please, I have kids. I don't want to die. Please don't hurt me. And then one of the intruders said, kill her. This is the story that she gave LAPD. This is intense, and I feel so bad for her. But we were wondering, what exactly did they take? Well, after we found out that the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills showed up because today was their official start date of filming, Zach went on and let us know in new photos released by TMZ, you can see the shattered glass in the door that we just saw, and reportedly stealing $100,000 worth of designer merchandise. Dorit flew home from London early to prepare filming for season 12, which was set to begin production today. No Bravo cameras have been spotted at Dorit's home as of yet. This is some crazy stuff. Am I right?
Yeah, I don't even know where to begin with this because this isn't the first time, because remember it was just 3 seasons ago. Dorit was talking to Erika about how she was robbed and how they took all of these things from her. And it wasn't the first time even then. And now we're at what time? Now, I know this is where it gets a little weird for me. Okay. I'm going to offer, I hope this is not.
Oh gosh.
No, I really do feel bad for Dorit having to go through this. Let me just offer a conspiracy theory here, okay? We are the first day of filming season 12. Erika has set the bar real high to stay on this show, okay? And then last night we were talking about this with Dana Wilkie on her podcast, or on her YouTube. And she did post something. It was a document with an LLC that belonged to PK and Dorit. Where it gets suspicious for me, it is alleged that Edwin, Teddy's husband, did set up that security system too. The same security system he set up for Kyle, who was robbed multiple times as well. And Teddy Mellencamp went to page 6 and said that Dana Wilkie was the one
we have that
responsible for leaking the address. However, if you go to the document's address was definitely like an LLC address, like we have for our LLCs or whatever. You have a different address than like where you live. Theirs was on Wilshire Boulevard. However, the name of the company, Alden Road LLC, is the road they live on. Now, Teddy is making all these accusations that if Dana didn't post this information, they wouldn't know where she lived. However, their house is on the market. Okay.
Well, hold on. We're about to go through all of that real quick because Teddy actually commented under the picture that Dana posted and said, I hope you sleep really well tonight. You put her and her kids in danger by posting this, which is disgusting.
For me, if you're going to reach out to page 6 with this information, it sounds like deflection from maybe your husband's security system.
Well, hold on. And also, Dana was not going to let people just like talk about her because we know Dana, of course. And she wrote on her Instagram stories regarding the Teddy Mellencamp case. Regarding Teddy Mellencamp calling Page Six. Page Six, the post I made had an office address, no home address, and was public record. Next point. Her house is for sale on the public market, and I have received the listing several times by people with the address and pictures. The next point she made was PK reposted my post calling it out that it was public record a few hours before this incident, and he called her the see you next Tuesday of the week. And then she said maybe Teddy Mellencamp could comment on what Dorit could have done better to improve her security system. I've heard she knows a lot about that. It appears Real Housewives of Beverly Hills have been burglarized several times, likely because of showing their lifestyle. All right.
And here's the thing. So, Teddy, you can't call out, though, someone for, like, posting first of all, a public record. Now, like Dana or not, if you guys like Dana Wilkie or not, we know her, and she actually does vet all of her information and sources very well before she puts information out. She has receipts upon receipts going back. She can just push them all in front of you. She's smart with her information. Now, this is a public record, so anyone can get this. Your house is on the market, so anyone who's a real estate agent or works for a title company can look up where you live, Dorit. And people act like, well, if Dana didn't post this with the road that they live on the LLC, then no one would know. We all know where Kyle lives. She lives in the old Smokey Robinson estate. Everyone knows where that is in LA. It's off Ventura. It's behind Ventura. You know, it's not when celebrities buy and sell homes and then you get these like,
it's public knowledge.
It's public knowledge. So I don't think that's the instance here. I just really hope, and I'm happy that Dorit is safe. I'm happy her kids and family are safe. It just seems like all the time this happens to the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. It is extremely convenient when Kyle is out of town and their system malfunctions, when Dorit just comes back from London a day early to start filming for season 12, which we didn't know if she was going to be demoted or not. You know what I mean? This just all seems so
But I don't want to think like that. I don't want to think that.
I don't want to think like that. I'm just offering a theory of what's happening. And then all of a sudden the next day you see like, okay, Erika, Lisa, and Teddy keeps appearing. And this is scaring me because we were hearing rumors that an old housewife was going to come back, and names that had popped up were Camille and Teddy. Please, no Teddy. I like her as a person. I think she's amazing, but I don't want to see her back on the show. And this just gives her every reason to come back and make appearances that we don't want.
Reality Check TV with Bad and Bougie KM is in the background like, no. We have a new caller. I want to go ahead and bring him up, David Luck. And I'm going to keep the callers a little bit shorter and rotate through the topics. And then at the end, I'm going to bring up everyone as a panel. And hopefully we can all get along and not talk over each other. We'll try. Guys, don't forget to smash that like button. We're under 10 minutes and we have 300 people in the room. Let's welcome David. Hi, David.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm great. I'm a new big fan of y'all's. I think y'all are doing it extremely well.
Thank you.
My question, and you might have done this earlier today, is when this happened to Dorit, I wonder if the three men watched the reunion show, and it kind of like, it's one of those things like with Facebook when people put, oh, I'm on vacation in London, and then 2 days later their house is robbed. I wonder if it triggered the three fellas to do this.
Well, I thought about this too, but then I was thinking in my head, I mean, that's a great point, but then I was thinking in my head, these three men did this. If you look back to the Kim Kardashian Paris robbery, these men, we found out later that one, it wasn't a publicity stunt, which I never thought it was. And then two, these men were planning this for 2 years. She was actually supposed to be robbed the last time she was in Paris, but she had Kanye with her. So they didn't rob her because they knew a second person was with her. So they waited and took their chance. But you're absolutely right. Sometimes people post on Facebook, and that's why the Kardashians now, they always say, do not post in real time. If you're not at your house, once you get home, then post that you are out and about and let people think you're out and about, but never post in real time because you don't want people to take advantage of it, especially when you have such a huge public platform. People are watching you, and sometimes it's scary. You don't know who's watching you.
Exactly.
So I want to ask you really quick, and this is, I mean, I just want your complete honest opinion. Do you think that this could be, because a lot of people in the live chat think that maybe this is an insurance scam. Are you thinking like that at all? Or do you think, no, this was legit and you just feel bad for the situation?
Oh, I hope it's not. I'm very optimistic.
Right.
But I honestly, no, I don't. I don't think it, and especially with the kids involved and the saying, I'm going to kill you. I think that's a little extreme. Don't you?
It is extreme to be made up. I honestly agree with you. I want to say before we do move on to that it's just a conspiracy theory and something that has probably gone through other people's heads as well as mine.
Right.
But I do, this is great. There was a police report, so that's great. She's one step ahead of Erika. But I find it's always convenient with Kyle, with Dorit, whenever these things happen. And this isn't the first time. It's actually not even the second time. So I would think that whatever security they have or whatever they would try to, they need to call Kris Jenner at this point.
Right. David, I'm going to go ahead and bring up another caller. If you're around towards the end, I'll go ahead and bring you up with the rest of the panel.
That sounds great. Thank you very much.
Hey, thank
nice
you,
meeting you, David.
Nice meeting you.
Likewise.
All right. Let's
new
welcome.
Faces.
Yeah, I love new faces. We have Andrea. I don't want to mess this up. And Pouring with Jordan, reality TV, and also Tea Talk with Shaw. Guys, I've only had a chicken breast today. I am trying to drop like 20 pounds over here, so bear with me. My energy is a little off. Okay. Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
It's Andrea for
Andrea.
my friends. For my parents, it's Andrea. So that's the mystery solved.
I'll be your friend
okay,
today
perfect.
and call you Andrea.
Yes, you can call me whatever you want. I'm used to all of it.
Just don't call you late for dinner. I know.
Exactly.
All right. So I want to ask your thoughts about this. I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to rotate callers because I want to see everyone's opinion. What do you think about this? Do you think, because I'm reading the live chat and I'm reading a lot of the fans' comments on this situation, some people are claiming that they think it's very convenient timing since they just started filming Beverly Hills season 12. And some people also think it could be an insurance claim or insurance scam because of the fact that they have a alleged lien that Dana Wilkie shared.
Well, I have two things to say. One is her children are involved. So to have insurance claim with your children involved, that's pretty low. And I don't think Dorit or any sound person would go in. The other thing I have to say is a PSA announcement for anybody who flies, because I work for an airline. All those luggage tags that you have, never write your address on them because people can see it when you're checking in. So to solve that, always put like a business card or your address inside, because all those people who check your baggage when it's lost and everything have special keys, the TSA locks, they can open it all. So put your address inside, and that's the best thing I can ever tell you for when you travel.
Great tip.
Oh, thank you.
A great tip.
That is a great tip.
But as far as Dorit goes, no, come on. Her little children were involved. None of the housewives in any franchise would ever put their little children or even their adult children involved.
Well, and I'm so curious, and of course, I'm going to ask I'm going to bring up all of the callers for this one as we rotate, because this is a big topic.
Yeah.
I'm so curious if we're going to get footage, because we already saw a little bit of footage. And guys, we're at 400. Don't forget to smash the like button. But we got this footage.
Like.
Yeah, thank you. In this corner where you can see a whole glass window is shattered out. But if that's coming from her, it's either coming from a helicopter paparazzi or it's coming from her camera footage at her house. And I'm wondering if that was on camera, are we going to see photos of these men entering the house? Because that will put all of the claims to bed. That'll be like, okay, no, this is real. Look at these three men. Here's the footage of them entering the house. And she can tell people to shut the heck up. But at the end of the day, right now, I don't think she's worried about what people are alluding to. I think she's like panicked.
Yeah, I think, it's shock. It's PTSD. You're just, like Kim Kardashian when she, was in her mode. I mean, we can't compare exactly the two, but it's like anybody when it's somebody intrudes your house, and when you go into mama mode with your children in the house, your brain's blown up. And plus, PK's not there. So she doesn't
Right.
have anybody. I mean, she has her friends to lean on, but her husband's not.
Right. Right. I agree. Andrea, because we are friends, I'm going to call you that.
Yep,
I'm going to go ahead and rotate callers. I hope you stick around, and then we will bring you up for the next topic because we need to talk about the fact that Zayn Malik allegedly struck Yolanda, and that is where we're going next. So I hope you're around.
What is going on in the world?
I don't know, Jason. I don't know, but the way that you were behaving today, you're lucky.
Listen,
you were touched by an angel today.
What Amira just said in the chat, I don't think it was an insurance scam. I do agree with Jason. However, it is very suspect that all the housewives who have Teddy's husband's security company have had a break-in. That is very suspicious to me. It's also very suspicious Teddy would pick up the phone and call Page Six. That's something that I just...
But Jason, are we still extending retrograde?
No.
Okay.
Are we?
I hope not. I hope not.
Andrea, thank you so much. We appreciate you, and we will bring you back up.
Okay.
All right.
I do have to say, you know what? So I've met PK. Okay, I've met PK at Pump. We actually had a drink together at the bar. He's a really cool guy. He doesn't come off as someone who he really comes off like this season. I loved PK. I actually usually like Dorit. I know that might be unpopular. Just I didn't really enjoy her this season because it was so overshadowed by, of course, everything with Erika, and the way she was behaving with Garcelle kind of just threw me off a little bit. But my friend who used to sing in Cirque du Soleil with me was also a background singer for George Michael. George Michael. What am I thinking? Please tell me. George,
I don't even know what you're talking about.
No, come on. Who does PK represent? Manage? George.
Guys.
Boy George. Thank you so much. Sorry, George Michael. Not even there.
Thank you, Jordan.
Thank you, Jordan.
I had to bring you up.
And they had lovely work experiences with PK. I just don't see that happening. But I'm questioning kind of just the whole, I don't know, the security system.
No, I get it. Obviously, guys, we've talked about this a lot, and it is interesting because 2 days ago, PK posted a very just silly. I think he just has a dark sense of humor, and he was trying to be funny. He said he was taking out the carpet or the trash or something like that. And he said, but if you can't find Dorit, haha. And it was a picture of somebody wrapped in a body bag. And obviously that didn't age well. But
this is English humor. It's very dry.
Well, that's what I was saying.
My cousins and grandparents are the same way. It's like Lisa or like Caroline.
Somebody would have felt a way about it, but I would have laughed.
Yeah, exactly. And listen, Ken, working for Ken and Lisa, Ken has some funny ass humor that a lot of people would not understand. And it even took me like a year or two when he would say something. I'm like, Jason, I think he hates me. He's like, no, that's just
no. Ken had this running joke with me that I'm too ugly to have short hair. So every time I would get a haircut, he'd come in and I'd be like, okay, I got a haircut. It was just a joke. I mean, if you're used to that humor, I mean, in my family I am, but it can come off kind of, brash sometimes.
Right. All right, so let's go on because we have a lot of callers in here. Natasha, I see you. Janelle, Judgy Justice. Rio, I see you. Hi, Rio's a new face. Susan S. I see T-Talk with Shaw. I'm going to go ahead and bring everyone up and rotate them. So I want to start. Jordan, I saw you waiting patiently down there. I'm going to start with you first. What are your thoughts on all of this? Obviously, I'm still reading the live chat. People still think it's a scam. And some people, I mean, it's so divided right now. This is crazy to me. What are your thoughts?
I am in shock because one of my baby gorgeous gang literally texted me this like in real time as it was breaking. Like I was literally shooting a video, and I got this text and like they were sending me all of the details, and it was crazy, right? Now, mind you, I never thought it was a scam. However, I do agree with the one person that sent the comment. That was my point of, it seems like every housewife who gets Teddy's husband's security system gets robbed. Like Kyle's just happened to malfunction and then she gets robbed. Dorit had the same security system last time she got robbed, and then this time she gets robbed. And another point that I wanted to bring up was it was very convenient. Not necessarily that PK wasn't home. I mean, that is convenient, but I just thought it was interesting that she happened to get robbed on the same night that she's on the reunion talking about how much she spends on designer clothing.
The irony. No, I mean, it's not lost on anyone. I think, one, obviously this is horrendous. And two, everyone's talking about both of those things. One, the Teddy Mellencamp's husband doing these security systems and like what the actual F. And two, the fact that she was just boasting last night about how she pays full retail for all of her stuff and explaining, or after, Andy Cohen was explaining to Lisa Rinna, once she showed us that she keeps all of her designer bags and dresses inside of her detached garage, he texted her and he was like, get that shit out of there. No, this is on
Burning
camera.
money.
Listen, no one, Lisa Rinna probably like is on a star map, has her gates wide open. She would love the attention.
Okay.
Listen, no one is trying to look for Lisa Rinna's house.
I guarantee you that when they were shooting that scene with the girls modeling the dresses, I guarantee you that the garage door was up. They had the gate wide open. Any and everybody could see it. Which,
Right.
mind you, that was one of my favorite scenes from the entire season, was that scene in that garage. Baby,
Said no
because
one
I grew up
ever.
a fashion nerd. Oh my God.
Oh, you love the fashions. Okay. I thought you were,
All
I
the
thought you were,
fashions.
I thought you were googie eyed over the daughters, but okay.
Oh no, girl, I ain't studying them, but them dresses was sickening though.
Bad and Bougie, what are your thoughts on this?
Hey everybody. My
Hi.
thoughts
You look so pretty, by the way.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. So two things. I am a real estate broker. Okay. So, and I have been robbed after my house has been on the market because every realtor on the MLS has all the information, and you're kind of using as a code of ethics that you won't turn over any information to anyone, right? Especially if it's supposed to be a private listing. I do, and I have been robbed after putting a house on the market because it's hard. It's like, what real estate agent do you know that took $1 from somebody to give me the information on this property, right? So that's one thing. Secondly, it is suspicious that, Teddy's husband's company keeps getting these breaches in security, right? But it may not even be Teddy's husband. It could be somebody working for him.
I thought about that too.
At the end of the day, me personally, I would not use them at this. I would not use them at this point because whether it's his fault or not, whether he needs to do some internal checking, all your properties are getting robbed. So no, I wouldn't use you. But then again, like I said, I have been robbed after putting a house on the market. So I do understand that. Thirdly,
that's a great point.
I know I've been a woman with 2 small children. There's no way I would have did that as a way to be on the show. To traumatize my kids? No, that's even too much for even Dorit. For me,
that
I
check
would have
ain't
to
that
see
strong.
more evidence
I'm
of
sure
that.
Dorit is making more money elsewhere.
Wouldn't it be crazy though if we find out that the footage was cut and that we never get photos of the 3 alleged men? Like,
oh my
Imagine.
God, we're right here. We're reading.
Just imagine
we're right there, Bad and Bougie. We're always right there.
Just imagine if she pulls them on.
Because I know even in my home, I have basically cameras everywhere. Like my husband's like, "What are you doing in the garage?" Like when he's away, so he knows. Like everywhere we walk around, it alerts his phone. Like if I go out in the garage, beep beep, he can see I'm in the garage. If I go in the backyard, he can see. You know what I'm saying? So there better be pictures. If there are no pictures, then I'm gonna be hollering scam for real. Because anybody who has an estate that is worth a certain amount is gonna have cameras everywhere. Like even like when they come to deliver my Amazon, I can see from my office right here, there's a camera that lets me see the front porch. So there's cameras everywhere here. And I know my home probably isn't worth what Dorit's is. So
well, I'm just hoping that we're not waiting until the 5th part of season 12 reunion to reveal this footage.
Okay.
Right. No,
that's all I'm
saying. If there's pictures, they need to be out like right now in the 5 o'clock news. Like, look for these people.
100%.
Honestly,
and
like
there has to be, because there's like in my house, there's cameras covering the living room area, the kitchen, the backyard, the front door.
We have a ring on my front door. My phone goes off every 2 seconds. Everything is recorded for. I can go back months. So.
Right. So if there's no pictures, then I'm gonna be with part of the audience holler and scam. But if there's pictures and everything, then I'm gonna say it probably could be legit. Now, if they knew where all the security cameras was and cut all of them, then I'm looking at Teddy's husband's company. Not saying it's Teddy's husband.
His husband, right? That was my point.
I'm with Jason. I do not want to see Teddy back. I don't care if it is her company's her husband company. If it ain't, I do not want Teddy back, because either way, no.
I tried, Teddy.
I agree.
Sorry, girl.
I agree. Norma,
you,
thank you so much for the super chat. Why wouldn't the robbers break in while Dorit was away? Makes no sense to do a home invasion when she's home. Teddy took no time to deflect blame. That's interesting, Norma, and thank you so much for the super chat.
It is weird that she was one of the first people to show up.
But why are you calling page 6?
It was my
You're
thing.
one of the first people to show up to. Like, you're one of the first people to show up to Dorit's house, and you also put out a whole statement to page 6. Like, why? But not even updating them on Dorit's condition. You're just updating them that my husband had nothing to do with it.
All right. Well, Jordan,
it's all Dana Wilkie's fault.
Jordan, stick around. I'm going to bring us back up for the Yolanda Hadid. I'm just going to go ahead and bring up a few new callers too. That way, I give everybody a chance. But thank you, and I can't wait to bring you back up with everyone. Jordan.
Oh, Jordan, and when you bring Jordan back up, I have a mission for you, okay? Because I just got your text, so I have an official mission, and if you can accomplish it, if you so choose to do so,
your mission, should you choose to accept it, and you better.
Yes.
Okay. And I have to talk to Jordan about Jordan, stick around because I have to talk to you about Lisa Barlow because I just actually talked to her. We were texting back and forth, so I have to talk to you about her, and I will bring you guys back up.
Thanks, baby gorgeous.
I love their energy. Okay, so we have a lot of people in the room. Again, I'm going to go ahead and start rotating everybody. I want everyone to be able to chime in on this topic because I'm curious, because the fans, subscribers, commentators, everyone is so divided on this. I want to also welcome some of our new callers too. Hi, Rio. Hi, Natasha.
Hi. Hello, how y'all doing tonight?
Hi.
Good, how are you?
How are you? Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I can hear everybody.
All right, Natasha, I'm going to ask you first. What are your thoughts about? Sorry, Rio, I'm going to mute you for just a second because there's a little backflack in there. But Natasha, I'll start with you, then go to Rio. What are your thoughts on this? Are you leaning towards you believe this is legitimate, or are you leaning towards more of a scam?
I think it's a scam to make her keep watching, make a real TV. Real TV ain't real TV. Real TV is fake TV. You have to understand TV. TV's a motherfucker. Television, you lie to each other. You have to understand TV.
Okay. All right, let me ask Rio really quick. Rio, what are your thoughts? Scam, or you think it's real?
I think it's real. I mean, also, I believe the police already know who it is, but they're not releasing any information because they're that close to solving this case. How many robberies do we not hear that these men could possibly be involved in?
It's very true.
That's very true. And then, and I'm going to ask you both one more question really quick. Rio, I'm going to mute you for just a second, just because the background sound. 1 second. Natasha, since this is allegedly Teddy Mellencamp's husband's alarm system company.
I believe you have money, right? If you have money, but protect your money. And then we got there in the world, nice system, America. You're running around with no security. And I went down the street in New York City, MTA. I've been, they got cameras on me. How the fuck you live somewhere and had no security? It's lies, it's bullshit. I don't believe it.
Okay. All right, Natasha. I love an unfiltered opinion.
No, I love that.
Rio?
Agreed. I mean, there's cameras everywhere. If there's like no footage, then it would probably be a scam, but I think this is real. Also, if PK would have been there, I think it would have ended up very differently for both Dorit and PK.
Ooh,
I agree with
think
that.
about that.
I agree with that. Natasha, Rio, stick around. I'm going to go ahead and bring everybody else back up, but there's 12 other callers. I'm just going to have them chime in on this. That way I can move on to the next
room
topic.
tonight.
All right. Thank you, guys. All right, let's go ahead and bring up a few of our other callers. Oh my gosh, we're almost through. That way we can go ahead and move on to the next topic. I love this.
At 6:30, we're moving on to the second topic of the night.
Hi, Janelle. Hi,
hey, Janelle.
Wow, what's up?
Cheers. Oh gosh, Janelle with the drink. All right, guys, we're at 600 in the room. Go ahead, smash that like button, show some love. Janelle, Susan, I'm going to ask you the same 2 questions. It seems like everyone's leaning towards the fact that this is not a scam when it comes to our callers tonight, but you 2 are 2 new callers as far as this conversation goes. So, Janelle, you were in the room first. I will ask you.
Sorry. First off.
Gosh.
Well, this is my rummy lemonade today. This tastes so good.
Is that the same one you were drinking?
No,
before?
yesterday was spiced cider. Today
that's
it's
right.
lemonade and rum.
Got it.
Listen,
Nice. You like your rum. You love it down here.
No, someone gave me this big ass bottle of rum. I'm not gonna show the label because it's not gonna get monetized, so I'm gonna show the back of it. Someone gave me this big ass bottle of rum, and I'm like, how am I gonna get through it? So anyway.
Oh God, I have a feeling you won't have any problem. But
no, my liver
anyway.
is made of steel, hunty. Anyways.
Welcome to my world.
Yes, Jason. Okay. I think. Okay. Do I think it was a scam? At first, I thought it was until you start talking about like LAPD and the statement and all of like the pictures and like the broken glass and all that stuff. So I was just like, okay, maybe it wasn't a scam. I think personally, it was allegedly an inside job. I think that either it was somebody who worked for Edwin's company, allegedly, or it was someone allegedly who works for Dorit in her house. Because I just think it's quite interesting, the coincidence that you don't do it until one, PK's not home, and then also you do it when Dorit just gets back from London. So the whole situation doesn't make any damn sense. Because listen, I've never robbed anybody because I'm afraid of my parents, and let me tell you, they will whoop my ass in a second. I stole. So trust me, I won't ever steal anything in my life just because of Renard and Paula. Okay, but
don't share your parents' name.
This is what happens when I have too much rum. Anyway.
Susan, what are your thoughts? Are you leaning more towards this is definitely an authentic situation? This happened. It's a tragedy. It's a tragedy regardless. Or are you leaning towards more of, oh gosh, this is an inside job or possibly a scam?
This morning when I heard about it, I really did not believe it at all. I was like, this is just there's too many coincidences about it. But honestly, as the day has gone on and I've been seeing so many, I've really gone back and forth on it. But then a blind item dropped tonight. Did you guys see that blind item from Crazy Days and Nights?
No, what was it?
I just dropped it. It said when reality stars need to watch out when they don't pay their bills because bad things will happen to them.
NT wrote this on Crazy Days and Nights. OMG.
My God.
Oh gosh.
Here's the thing with Crazy Days and Nights, and I love myself a good blind gossip site. I could tell you plenty, okay? Crazy Days and Nights, they do try to vet their sources before they post. Okay. I don't believe everything.
So I'm just saying, that literally dropped just as you guys were going live, and I put it in your Instagram, Adam, just as you were going live.
I think the coincidence is just too effing weird. The night before you were supposed to film, you get robbed. And then on top of that, your security system is done by a former housewife's husband that has had a history where the system has been allegedly faulty. Like everything is just not it's making sense, but it's not. And it's not, and when I say it's making sense, it's not making sense in favor of Dorit or the housewives.
Right.
It's making them look suspect.
No, I agree with that. And honestly, somewhere Erika Girardi's like, okay, you women said that my shit didn't connect when it came to my stories. Now, what the hell is this? And I'm like, okay, well, Erika, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. But Janelle, Susan, go ahead. If you don't mind, stick around. I'm just going to bring up our last 2 callers. So I have everybody. And then I'm going to move on to the next topic and bring everybody back up.
Because I was telling Jordan and Justice earlier today, I got opinions about that reunion. Oh, Lord.
Oh.
Bring me up later.
Oh, we'll talk. No, trust me. We'll talk. Thank you, Susan. Thank you, Janelle.
Sure.
Bye.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and bring up T-Talk with Shaw and Judgy Justice. And then that way we got through everyone. Hi. Sorry, ladies. I tried to go in order. Hi.
Hey, guys. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good.
All right.
Hey, Judgy. Hey guys.
Justice.
how are you?
Oh yeah, I was about to say you're muted, but you knew that. Okay.
Yeah,
All
it
right.
just popped up. I don't know why it does that to me sometimes on StreamYard. It just randomly mutes me. Sometimes I'm like, Adam doesn't like me.
No, never. I love you, Justice. All right, I'm going to start with you, Justice. Again, it seems like the chat is divided on this, so I do want to ask both of you the same question I've been asking everyone else. Are you leaning towards more of a scam, or do you think that this was a serious, authentic situation?
I think it's a serious, authentic situation just due to the coverage on it. You know, unlike the Kardashian, like I think it was Kylie got robbed like maybe about 2 weeks ago, you know, but they didn't have like anything, like no like pictures, no nothing. They just said like this 6 foot, 200-pound man jumped over all these fences. So it was like a little bizarre in that instance. But for this one, there's been, you know, pictures of that glass being broken, and just the way it looks like it's broken on the TMZ website, it looks like it was broken into, because the way the glass is pushed in, so it looks like someone broke into it, and you know, and honestly, I just genuinely, even though I don't like Dorito at all, I just can't put it in like myself to even think that she would put her young children in harm's that way.
Right.
And I do say that it is very, very suspicious because you're just starting filming. We knew that you were up on the chopping block, and now all of a sudden you get a storyline.
Okay. T-Talk with Shaw?
Yeah, I'm skeptical, guys. I'm very skeptical. I just feel like we've seen OG housewives get demoted to friends of the show just like that. Dorit was just in her contracting process. It seems like she just got her contract hot off the presses before filming started. And now she's overshadowing the Beverly Hills Housewives reunion because of this situation that happened. Now, because her kids were involved, I want to believe that she didn't have anything to do with it, but the timing is just too convenient for me. I'm a little skeptical. I want to see the footage.
Okay. And I mean, honestly, that's the thing, you know, just like Bad and Bougie said, if we don't get photos, I would be a little bit suspect about this too, because anybody can, you know, make up a story. Not saying she's making up a story at all, and I don't want to take anything away from her. I'm sure she's absolutely traumatized right now. I'm saying in general, anyone can make up a story and say these 3 men came in and then have an inside job, have somebody come smash your window and then like let them take $100,000 worth of stuff, which I'm kind of shocked too. It was only $100,000 worth of stuff and not more, especially if they're going through the closet. I'm not grabbing like it. I would imagine that they would be grabbing not designer bags and stuff, but a lot of her jewelry. Unless she has all of her jewelry locked up, you just don't know. But she could, because she has people who work in her house and help her with a lot of things. So she could have her jewelry locked up. We just don't know.
Yeah. And there's been so many alleged problems financially. It just seems like to let go of your diamond at this point would just be terrible for the family. So I could definitely see them taking a hit, being like, okay, let's go ahead and do what we need to do to secure the bag as it pertains to the show, and we can figure everything else out later. And like Jason said, they're not going to tell us until season 28, part 1 of the reunion, if this was ever, you know, a scam or if it was real. So they have plenty of time to get their story straight. I don't know.
Wishful thinking on part 1, but yeah, no, 100%.
All right, part 7.
One other thing I wanted to say was that I thought it was a little convenient for Erika to be here for a very like, you know, emotional moment to show up. I was not like expecting that, and especially since like she didn't come glammed up either. It was like a really wake up out of bed and come help your friend kind of look.
I'm not surprised about that, only because like even if my friends and I, if we get into a crazy fight and I'm like lose my number, God forbid something horrendous happen, they know, like you can call me, I will be there in 2 seconds. I'm that kind of friend. Jason might not be that kind of friend, but I'm that kind of friend.
I didn't think Erika was that kind of friend.
Yeah, me neither.
So.
Jason's looking at me like, bitch, you don't have friends. I have friends.
I was gonna say, I'm trying to think of which one
Jason's like, I have all the friends.
Yeah, exactly. All right.
Even your friends. I'm joking.
T-Talk with Shaw. please, if you don't mind, stick around and I'll bring you ladies back up. I'm going to go ahead and move on to the Zayn Malik Yolanda Hadid story.
All right, thank
guys.
you.
All right.
Just Adam, a preface there though on the next season. You see, Rena showing up. You see Erika showing up. We see Teddy showing up. But you don't see Sutton or Garcelle.
Well,
They've
no,
been hanging out a lot together.
It was the Fox Force 5 who showed up.
Yeah, of course.
Hazy Girl 247 said, "How did she not hear somebody shattering her sliding glass door?" Well, we also have to remember she's living in a 8,000 square foot home, and I'm sure. I mean, I honestly I don't know. I'm thinking about it because Jason and I used to do real estate in LA, and we used to work on some of like the biggest, not the biggest, but some very large homes, like 13, 15,000 square foot homes, and we didn't sell one of them, trust me, because we're not living like that. But I wouldn't know when Jason would arrive, and sometimes he would scare the shit out of me, and he would come in, slam the door. Jason's like an elephant entering the room. So I just wanted to say that really quick. Guys, there's 700 in the room. Don't forget to smash that like button. Hold on, there was another thing on here real quick. Yes, Rosemary, I appreciate you. 685 watching, 220 likes. Those numbers don't add up, y'all. So go ahead and smash that like button, and let's move on to our next topic. Okay, so now we heard that Zayn Malik, and I don't know what the hell is happening in the news today, but
what is going on with all of this? This is a crazy story.
This is crazy. Okay, so we heard that Zayn Malik, and this was reported by Page 6 today, and then TMZ, and then every other publication picked up on it. But Zayn Malik was apparently at home alone, and when he was, Gigi wasn't there, and Yolanda just walked into his private space. Well, now we're hearing these alleged stories that he struck her and that she is contemplating taking this to the police. Well, we didn't know whether we believe it or not. And then Zayn Malik issued a statement. So I want to go ahead and read that statement really quick. He said, "In an effort to protect the space for Kai and I agreed not to contest claims arising from an argument I had with a family member of my partner's who entered our home while my partner was away several weeks ago." Also, if this was several weeks ago, why are we hearing about it now? But this was and still should be a private matter, but it seems for now there is divisiveness. And despite my efforts to restore us to a peaceful family environment, that will allow me to co-parent my daughter in a manner in which she deserves, this has been leaked to the press. Now, that's not it. Now we're also hearing an inside source told Radar Online that Zayn has had personal demons for some time. Substance abuse, specifically marijuana and cocaine and booze. At the same time, he suffers from anxiety and struggled with fame. When all of these are mixed together, it is a recipe for disaster. He is known to have acted out constantly and is erratic. That said, Yolanda and the family have been very supportive of Zayn and those demons from a very early age. He was the rogue and re-engage of One Direction. The partying mixed with the taste of celebrity was a horrible combination. He cheated on his former fiance, Perry. Gigi knew that and knew that he was a serial cheater, but together they thought that they could tame him. What the?
I bet you she's really missing Tyler Cameron right now.
Nobody's missing Tyler Cameron right now. I saw Tyler Cameron at the beach the other day.
No, he lives in our town.
Tyler Cameron. My friend was like, "Oh my God, he's so hot." And I'm like, "Who?" And I looked over and I told her, I was like, "Oh, that's Tyler Cameron." She's like, "I don't know who that is." I'm like, "You don't watch TV?" She's like, "No,
you don't watch The Bachelorette?" Who doesn't watch The Bachelorette?
She's like, "No, bitch, I don't watch TV. That's why I don't watch your YouTube." I'm like, I'm about to disengage from this conversation. But anyways, okay. I want to go ahead and bring up callers. But before I do, Jason, when we're hearing that he allegedly struck her, he's saying that he didn't, that he used his words, he was verbal with her. They're claiming he struck her and that Yolanda is contemplating some sort of police report. What are your thoughts?
I mean, this is totally out of left field. This is strange. Okay, so your partner's gone, so what? Yolanda can't come over? Like, was there no phone call? Or I don't know what's going on here. There's so many details missing that I can't
I wouldn't want, honestly, and don't get mad at me if Jason's mom, if you're watching, but also my mom, if you're watching, I wouldn't want our family members just coming over and letting themselves
But that's what I'm saying, Adam, is like, I'd get a phone call.
Right.
Hey, Adam's out of town. I'm coming over. Okay, cool.
Right.
You know, but even if she did show up, I wouldn't be like, you know what I mean?
But then also you get some parents like, love my mom, but my mom is like, when Jason and Adam buys a house, they need to get a pool house because I'm going to be living there. And mom is like, half of Adam and Jason is Adam, and I gave birth to Adam, so what's Adam's is mine. So I'm going to be busting up in there, and I don't need to ask Jason shit. So some parents are like that. And maybe Yolanda is like, wait a minute, this is my daughter's apartment. This is my daughter's house. I can come in whenever I want. She gave me a key. I'm showing up. Kris Jenner does that to all of her kids.
I mean, there's a line, of course, and I don't know Yolanda, but I don't see her crossing that line.
Right.
But it's very strange. And I don't know a lot about Zayn Malik. I think that's more your generation, but I don't know what to think about this.
Okay. I'm going to bring up 2 newer callers. I see Pamela. Pamela, are you sleeping? Oh, Pamela's sleeping. Okay, never mind. Pamela went to sleep. We put you to sleep. All right. And the O'Rourke cat. I'm going to bring up the O'Rourke cat. Let's bring her up right now.
Uh-oh.
Okay, never mind.
Uh-oh.
Hi, to sleep. We put you to sleep. Hi, do you have a second tab open? I'm going to bring up the O'Rourke cat. There's an echo. Right now.
Hello, everybody.
Hi. Hi, do you have a second? Oh, hold on 1 second. O'Rourke, there's a second tab open on your computer, and it's playing the video back for everybody. And if you just hold on, let me try. Yes, that's better.
Yes, there's a second tab open on your.
Sorry, it's so loud. I'm sorry, O'Rourke. If you just close that tab out, I'll bring you back up. I'm going to start bringing up some other callers real quick with us. And I see, hold on, I'm going to bring up 3 now at a time. That way we can start hitting more. Boom, boom. Hi. All right.
The 3rd member of our bonnet.
Of the Team J.
Yeah.
Bad
J
and Bougie,
Squad.
let's start with you. What are your thoughts about this? When we hear that she was struck by Zayn Malik, are you thinking it's physical, or do you think that it was verbal? Because he's claiming verbal. Other sources are claiming
if you go to the
A
police,
strike
it's not
is
gonna be
verbal. A strike is physical. A strike is not verbal. Let's just be real. I mean, come on, that strike. But I wish,
But what could he have done? Do you think maybe she walked in and he grabbed her arm, or because I couldn't imagine Zayn just pulling back the backhand and being like, back up.
Well, look, let me tell you something. In my family, it's the same way. We all have keys to each other's places because you never know when an emergency might happen. And I wish somebody would slap the hell out of my mama because that's what I'm thinking when I'm thinking strike.
Oh my God!
When she come in, it's a lot of things you can say, but just to slap her, come on now. That's just.
I wouldn't even have to defend my mom. My mom would bury Jason's ass. She'd be like, "What?" And then she'd come back out, and all of a sudden she'd be in Xenon the Princess Warrior attire. Like, come on, we're about to do this shit. I'd be like, "Hold on, mom, relax." But all right, Janelle, I'm going to go with you next. What are your thoughts? Do you think that this is true? Did he strike her, in your opinion? And if he did, act this out for me. Show me, how would he have struck her?
Oh, look, I am an actress. Okay, hold on.
Oh gosh. All right, we're not on Broadway.
I could be on Broadway if I wanted to be. Okay?
With that voice, maybe.
Do I think he stroke her? What's the past tense? I don't know.
Struck
her.
He didn't stroke her.
He didn't stroke her.
Oh, I hope he didn't stroke her, but struck her.
Oh, that's all kinds of weird. I don't know.
That was Justice. I didn't say it.
Justice had to make it all weird and shit.
He was just keeping it in the family. Everybody gets stroked.
Do I believe she struck? Do I believe he struck her? I don't know. I'm always prone to believe women in these situations, but I also believe in due process. So I need to know more information before I make a final judgment on that. But do I think there was probably an altercation of some sort? Oh, for sure. And also, Zayn Malik does have the mental health issues, yes, but do I think that would cause him to strike Yolanda? No. Sometimes there's not a correlation, and sometimes there is. It depends on the person. So I don't know.
What if he was all geeked up?
You know what? Who the fuck knows? Honestly, let me tell you something. I got in trouble a couple years ago with One Direction fans because I made a post making fun of them on Instagram when Zayn Malik left the band. Oh, child, they came for me. I mean, my DMs were loaded. I thought I was popular. I was like, the way my DMs were blowing up.
You're like, they hate me. I'm famous.
They hate me. I did get. I was like, oh my God, they hate me.
Mom, I made it.
And my friends were like chime in and say, you can't attack Janelle like this. She was just making a joke. Y'all need to get a sense of humor. And they were like, no, our lives are over. I said, bitch, if your life is over one man, then
Well, I want to play devil's advocate here really quick because I have a cousin, and I'm not going to say her name, and she put a domestic violence charge on her husband. And she said he like grabbed her, threw her around, and she had scratches all over her. She had a bite mark on her arm, and then she got custody of her kids. And then one day she was drunk at one of our family functions, and there's like a big table of us. And it was Christmas. It was White Elephant. She got so drunk, and then she tells everybody how she came up with this plan to get custody of her kids, and that she scratched herself and that she bit herself. And she didn't realize, but her mom, who's my aunt, was so pissed because she believed her, took my cousin in and everything. And she was like, no, wait a minute. No, that's bullshit. And actually went and told her ex-husband and said this whole thing was a lie, and helped him to get a recording of her and turned on her and turned her in. So sometimes,
oh my God.
No, I know that's some Jerry Springer shit, but welcome to the family, Jason. Welcome to the family. But my whole point is,
no, I gotta have a ring, okay? I don't call Edwin for my security system. I can just look at it on my phone.
My family is from Florida, so it's gonna be. Listen,
you know how it's like.
It's chaotic.
Okay, can I say this real quick? Strike, it means forcibly hit or deliberately with one's hand or a weapon. So strike does not mean he cussed her out or whatever. So we need to stop with that. So if she's saying strike,
but
it gotta be.
But she specifically
physical.
said that he physically struck, whatever the past tense of it is, her. Like that's what she's saying that he did to her. I think it probably was. Now let me break it down. This is what I think.
I have a question.
I think it was like, yo, they yelling at each other like, blah, 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 blah. You know, they going back and forth. And he was like, oh, you want something? And they got into each other's faces because I don't know. I live in Harlem and I'm from Florida, so people get into people's faces. So I don't know. But these are like rich white people, so it may be a whole different gang. I don't know. But anyway, they yelling at each other, and he probably going at her. It may have been like a headbutt, or he may have pushed her, or he may have been like, get out of my face. Who knows? Okay. Now my context is different. Rich white folks, like, they fight different. So I don't know. I went to school with rich white people, and I've seen it firsthand. They really do fight differently. I'm not joking about that. Like, it's weird.
Okay. All right.
For me, what I envisioned, and I don't want to get people like off the chat to go watch it, but if like you have another device, but when like, Dave Chappelle's special about Rick James and how he smacks people around in the club, that's what I think of. Like, I'm Rick James. That's what I think of how he struck her.
Okay. All right. Well, I think we can't make light of this. As funny as Janelle's impression was. Go ahead, Janelle.
There's someone in the chat calling me racist, and I think you need to have several seats, cat lover, and like shut up, because nobody in this room is racist. I see it with my own two eyes. I see cat lover saying I'm racist. Girl, bye. We don't know you. So you got your 15 seconds of attention. You're welcome. Anyways, I think I really do think that something happened, but do we know what happened? No, I'm all about facts. I'm all about like, tell us the truth, because I have seen situations where people have been physically abused and they're telling the truth, and we have to believe them. Thank you, Nicole. Don't call that queen racist. Thank you, Nicole. Thank you, Nicole Ashley. I love her.
I have one thing to say. How did this story come out? Like, that's what's kind of confusing for me. Like,
so someone actually within their camp leaked it to the press, and that's why Zane issued a statement. And honestly, had Zane have not issued a statement, I wouldn't have believed this story anyways. I would have just been like, this is not real, because it's coming from TMZ and a few other publications first. And then I saw it on Page 6 now looking back. So sometimes when I see TMZ and a few other ones, I'm like, who are the sources? But once Zane issued a statement, just confirming that there was something and that they were trying to keep it out of the press, I was like, oh no, there's more to this story. We just don't know what it is. But
so then I'm with, Gigi's mom on this one, because then, it doesn't make any good sense for anybody to just come up with this story, honestly, because this is a very, very mean, malicious story to have out about someone.
Right.
It'd be one thing if it was between Gigi and Zane, that's one thing, because those stories do happen more often, but between your mother-in-law and your spouse or fiance, I'm not sure if they're married yet, but it's very, very sad. And honestly, it's very scary because it was when you're watching him, because remember you saw him on the little, wasn't he on like X Factor or something? Or?
He was on X Factor. That X Factor created One Direction.
Yeah, the UK version, right?
Yeah,
the
UK version. They all auditioned as individuals for the solo, and then Simon Cowell was like, no, they should all be together as a group. And that's how One Direction got started.
Yeah, so it's just very sad to see someone like go through all that and then even hear more about the struggles that he went through from being that teen that started on this, and to see him be that way, I'm just very disgusted and hurt, and my heart goes out to all three of them, right? Because this is so.
I'm so curious. This is such a crazy story that I can't even say anything about it. I don't even know what to think until we have more details.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Bad and Bougie, I'm going to take your last statement and then I'm going to rotate.
It's over. Period.
What was that? If someone hit your mother?
Say, if my mate were to slap my mother, it wouldn't, I don't think we could work it out.
I wouldn't even have to do anything to Jason. Like I said, my mom would whoop ass. And Jason's mom, she is tiny but mighty. She's little. She's like 5 foot tall. And she used to chase people out of Saks Fifth Avenue that would steal, and she would jump on them.
She used to set up the cameras. She used to go to department stores and teach the loss prevention how to set up the cameras and where to set them up at. She also taught me how to pick a lock when I was in 4th grade, and that's how I got into my house one time.
She needs to be the security company, because she obviously needs to teach them something Teddy's husband can't.
No, they just need to employ her. But Bad and Bougie, Janelle, Justice, stick around. I'm going to go ahead and bring up some other callers, and once we get to the topics, I'm going to bring everyone up.
But I also do agree with Bad and Bougie. If any of this, a modicum of it is true, this is quite sad, because I'm thinking about that baby. What's the baby's name? Kai or Kaya or something?
Yeah, Kai.
Like that. Like, imagine being a baby growing up in this mess. Like, that's horrible.
Yeah, and that's true. Janelle, I'll bring you right back. Yeah. That's true, Jason, because if you think about it, like everyone thinks, oh, they're rich, they're famous, they have like this lifestyle. I would love to be them, but that doesn't make them any less human. Like, no, everyone has problems.
Listen, it doesn't matter where you are in life, how much money you have, you're all dealing with the same problems. Even, I mean, I don't know. I don't even know how to like compare anyone's life. I was an athlete, then I was a performer, and then I wasn't a performer. And like, you go through things in life where you think you're the only person going through it, and you're not. Everyone is going through it, no matter what level of life you're at.
I agree. All right, we're going to go ahead and welcome up some other callers. Let me go ahead and bring back Jordan. Hi, Jordan.
Hola.
Jordan.
All right, let me see if O'Rourke.
Hi, baby gorgeous.
I'm going to see if O'Rourke, if her mic works. Hey.
Hi.
Okay, perfect. Yes. Thank you. All right. O'Rourke, since we couldn't hear from you earlier, what are your thoughts on this?
Okay, call me Camille. The O'Rourke Cat Chronicles is because of one of our cats, Misty, and she is like a super cat, and she loves to dress up and all that other stuff. So, anyway, but my name is Camille.
Hi, Camille.
Hi, Camille.
Nice to meet you, love.
I love you guys. Let me just tell you, I binge watch all the time. And Jason, I watched you with the Kuza show. And I think
thank you.
You were actually on one of the slot games.
The slot machines, in Vegas. Yeah. I'm all over the slot machines. Yeah.
Oh gosh, I'm all over the slot machine.
I mean, I am. I'm sorry, I don't know what to say.
Stand in your greatness.
About that really quick, because Jason had me take out $50 from the ATM, and then he took he took $5, stuck it in the slot machine. I sat there and spent 45, and I'm like, oh, this is my fiance's slot machine. I'm gonna make money. I ran out of everything. He put in $5 and won 500. I was like, I'm done with you.
Can I tell you really quick? It's always been like that. I don't gamble, but when like my mom, we were in Vegas one time for some Cirque event or whatever, and I went to go play a slot machine. I put like 25 cents when they used to actually allow you to put coins in the slot machine. I put a quarter in and I won $400, and then I just stopped. I was like, this is great. This is great.
But that's how you do it. That's how you do it. You hit and then you walk.
Yes, right. You got to know when to hold them and know when to fold them.
Yes.
Right.
Know when to walk away.
All right, Camille, since you're new here, we welcome you. Let us know, what are your thoughts on this Zayn Malik situation?
Okay, so I am 49, believe it or not, just turned. And I am married to a white
chat.
And
stop lying on Angela Bassett's good internet. Don't you dare do that.
So he's in the military. Him and my mom don't get along, but I know that my mom is going to respect my privacy first off. And if I'm not home, she's not going to come over. Granted, we don't know everything that there is, but if her daughter was out of town, why are you going over there in the first place? I understand you have a grandchild. Still, call before you come over. I mean, even if you're sitting outside, call and make sure that it's okay to come up or what have you.
I agree with that. And also, I don't think that's a reason to strike someone, especially if they just pop in on you. But I do agree, you shouldn't pop in on people if you're not telling them you're popping in.
Right. I mean, because I have two elderly parents, 75 and 73. And at this moment, my dad has cancer, and
I'm sorry.
It is, he's an asshole. I'm gonna just tell you that right now. But I mean, I still love him. But I apologize for my language.
No, you're fine. Have you heard Janelle?
It's just the fact that they're not gonna come over. Now, my sister, on the other hand, my mom is always popping up over there. And, I'm like, okay, I'm glad that she doesn't pop up over here, because it means I don't have to entertain.
Right. No, I mean, listen, I always love when my parents and my in-laws, I love all of that, but I still want to be contacted before you come over, period.
Absolutely.
But
I've gone to my aunt's house and showed up, and she's like, can you come back because you didn't call me before you came over?
When people knock on my door, I'm like, Jason, turn the TV off. We're not home. We're not home.
Too, Jordan. No, I'm just kidding.
All right, Jordan, go ahead, chime in on this. What are your thoughts?
I was just agreeing.
Oh, okay. Do you think that he actually struck her though?
Oh no.
You don't?
I don't. I mean, for some reason, I just. It could see. I'm the type of person who I can't just pick one side, because I'm a type of person who thinks with both sides of the context. I can see where he did probably strike her, because if somebody just pops the hell up in my house, listen, I walk around naked in my house. So if I could just come from the fridge and somebody is just bursting through my front door, you probably gonna get knocked the hell out too. No shade.
Yeah.
Now, mind you, I don't know. We weren't there, so they state the alleged context of everything that happened, but like we don't know, like, what's the word that I'm looking for? Like the inflection or like how how everybody's tone was and all of that. So it's hard to determine. But then I can see the complete opposite of this, where it's like somebody just probably heard yelling from another room and then just put some hot sauce on it, and then just a bad game of telephone happened, and then by the time it got to the person who was going to write the article, it went from he cussed her out to he slapped her.
Right.
Do you get what I mean?
Exactly. No, definitely. Definitely.
I just genuinely believe, like, Zayn Malik is what, 25?
No, he's not that young, but he's young. Is he 25?
Listen, I'm 30, so
23,
They're
Janelle?
both. Aren't they
anybody who
both
30,
young?
30.
Yeah, they're both young. He's
30.
30.
He's 30.
anybody who's younger than
Damn.
30 to me is like 18, no matter what age they
Yeah.
are.
That's
just
that's how I
am.
treat Jason.
All
Yeah,
right, I'm 10 years older than you. That's how I treat you.
I agree.
That's a conversation we are not ready to have.
Jordan and Camille, thank you for calling in. Stick around. I'm going to bring everybody up at the same time. I just want to bring up a few other callers to chime in on the Zayn Malik and this situation. I had like 5 other topics for tonight, but I have a feeling this is going to run us to our hour and a half. So stick around and we will bring you back up. All right.
This is such a huge topic, though. I don't
because
see
everyone
Yolanda
wants
lying and.
You wouldn't think that this would happen. I mean, like I said earlier, this is not something that would normally happen. But honestly, who's to say it wouldn't normally happen? Because who's to say what's normal? I just give you a crazy
God,
story
if you
about
went
my
out of town, I would call your mom to come over.
Okay. Renee B, love you all. Thank you so much for the super chat. I'm going to.
Oh, thank you, Renee.
Zayn Malik is 28. Janelle, you gave me the false information. Yeah, well, I see you down there. Janelle's
Close
like,
enough. Every time I tell Adam he's close to 30, he says he's
yeah, because I'm not. Because you aged.
Yeah, you're
me.
almost 30. I'm almost 40. That's what happens when you're 2 years away.
25, I said to Jason, I was like, I don't know if I want to keep your ass for the last 5 years of my 20s because then I spent all of my 20s with you. I met you at 20. I'm going to 30, and I don't know. Am I going to regret my 20s or am I going to be so happy?
That sounds like
I
your
met
problem at this
my
point.
life partner at such a young age. And Jason told me at 25, he looked at me and he's like, "Bitch, if you want me to go, I'll go. But you're not 20. You're almost 30." I was like, I am 25. Now I'm 28.
When you
told me I
hit
was 30 this
5,
morning.
when you get to, I don't know where you went to school, but when you hit like 5, 6, you like round up. You're 28, so we're rounding up. So that's 30.
I'm done with you. All right, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and bring Donna Bell up and then David Luck back up. Hi, David. Hi,
Hey,
Donna.
hey.
Hi, love you guys.
Hey, thank you. Thank you for calling in.
Oh, hi,
I
Donna.
just wanted, yes. Oh, I know I'm chasing both of you all day today. I get dizzy with you guys. But anyway, because I love you both. But I'm going to have to agree with Jason. You round up after 25. You don't even remember how old you are. You got to round up.
Donna,
And
I don't agree.
I rounded up so
once I hit
often.
30, I'm gonna be 29 a second time, and then a third time, and then a fourth time.
God.
I agree with that because in my family, I'm 19 forever. My great grandmother died at 99 and she would claim 21. So I agree with that. I'm claiming it, but I'm going to tell you, there's times you got to think about how old you are. It goes so fast. And I know you probably got a lot of people waiting. I just wanted to say, who knows what she walked in on Zayn doing? If she had a key and she walked in, I'm not going to say I agree that he struck her, but he may have aggressively forced her out the door.
Right.
Or, out of his space. Even with you guys, like a spouse's other party coming over just because they have a key, that's who knows what he was doing. And if it was personal or private, like that's kind of, I don't know. And I just want to say Teddy and her husband's company look complicit to me, but that's just me. And that's probably all. And the reunion was very boring.
All right,
Oh my
short
God,
and sweet.
awful.
Donna,
Don't
we
get me
appreciate some
started.
short and sweet around here. So thank you for calling in. We appreciate you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Donna. Nice to talk to you.
Oh, she's great. Hi, David.
Well, I like seeing people that we talk to all the time, and then like we hear them or see them. It's nice.
I love when we get new callers like David, and I love hearing opinions. So, David, I know you've been listening down there in the chat. I wanted to ask you, are you buying this story? And do you think, Jason said that this guy is part of my generation. I don't even remember Zayn Malik for the most part, for whatever. But do you think that this is possible, that he could have put his hands on his partner's mom?
I do. Don't worry about the age. I'm 57. So, but I think that she possibly could have startled him. And I'm in the mental health business, so I do know that people react regardless of just by being afraid. So he could have struck her by, she probably quietly came in the house or, no telling. But also, I think, excuse me, she's the type of woman, she's a very strong woman that I don't think she'd have a problem popping him back.
No, I don't either. Honestly, I don't either. And she's a very savvy woman, and she looks like she's a woman who knows how to protect herself. So I agree.
I mean, you saw when the paparazzi were all coming after Gigi. Remember that video, Adam?
Yeah,
where she fought back.
Yeah, she literally it was one of the guys.
She like ran after them, I think.
That chased her outside during Paris Fashion Week, grabbed her behind the waist, picked her up, and she literally hit like did this, and then she chased after him because she was about to whoop his, and we know because she's a part of the Gotham boxing gym. When Gigi started going to Gotham boxing gym and Jason and I moved to Los Angeles or New York, I signed up for Gotham boxing gym because we were around the same area. Okay. I say that we were around the same area, and Janelle's like, no, bitch, you guys lived in Harlem and that is way down there. But as soon as I signed up, they said, all right, we give you a trial period, whatever. I went in the first day. The guy like ran me to the ground. I walked outside. He's like, man, are you good? I said, no, I'm good. And I vomited all over a taxi. So it was the worst experience of my life.
Also, do you remember too when whoever that was who jumped? I forgot what show she was walking, and that girl jumped on the runway, and Gigi took her off.
It was the Chanel show, or it was either Chanel or Versace. But yes,
it really, but those don't sound familiar. Anyway, but yeah, I mean, she learned that from her mom.
She's on it. She's on it.
Right.
All right. Well, David, again, thank you so much. I'm going to go ahead and bring up some other opinions, and we appreciate you, and thanks for calling in because we always love to see new faces.
All righty.
All right. Thank you, David. All right.
I'm going to need David to give me some skincare regimen because I think I'm doing pretty good right now, but he's doing really well. Like, really well.
I'm sure David appreciates that. Krista Marie Miller, I know that she wanted to chime in on this earlier. I don't know if hold on, we're going to let this load really quick. Okay, we're going to let Krista Marie load, and we're going to go ahead and bring up some of our resident callers. Janelle, I'm going to give you the J's that you wanted. Jordan.
Okay.
It's the bonnet gang. It's the bonnet gang. I'm just
okay.
First off, this was totally planned. There's people in the chat going, "Why are y'all wearing your bonnets?" Trust me, the three of us.
Oh my gosh.
I want to bring up something.
We were just a little jealous of Adam and Jason because they wear hats. So we wanted.
I try not to, but I get lazy.
Yeah, actually, my mom called me today because my mom like lives in the comments. So when you guys call me all kinds of names in the comments and you're not very nice, which I get a lot of those, my mom calls me and she's like, "Why is this person calling you a beep beep beep?" And I'm like, "Mom, I don't know. Sometimes the internet is mean." And then she goes, "Oh, honey, don't listen to that." And she's like, "Also, you need to stop wearing that ball cap because everyone thinks that you're balding." I said, "When did you see that?" She said it was in your comments. And I was like,
"My word."
Oh,
I was like,
she's on the comments. She is on the
Nobody told
comments.
me about the bonnet gang, so I didn't know.
Well, listen.
Shade.
Listen, no, it's not shade because I just sent a message to me, Justice, and Janelle's group thread and asked, did they want to do a bonnet gang group thread after this? And I was texting you when they were bringing people up, and I didn't know if Adam was going to bring me up or not. But listen, the reason why I suggested bonnets instead of hats was because the last time I wore a black hat on Hot Messy Topics, Adam called it gray. And the reason why is because it's been sitting in the windshield of my car so long that the sun has baked it out.
Listen,
so
I'm guilty of wearing.
This bonnet is brand new.
I buy the same hat on Amazon every time because sometimes I used to always wear my hat to go work out, and then I would wear it to go on camera or whatever, and then it would have sweat rings, and Jason's like, "That's disgusting." So I went on Amazon and I bought like 3 or 4 of the same hats, and now I have
because
the
we can't like fix, like this generation. I don't know what it is. Like even when my brother does the same thing. When something's like old or not working, they just throw it away. They don't fix it. Like you could wash your hat. Like it's very simple.
Jason, you are the most guilty of that ever. I don't know what you're talking about with this generation BS.
But then
You
I
literally
understand what he's talking about as Well, I'm not gonna talk about the generation thing, but I do kind of get what he's saying, but I get what you're saying too. I'm a compromise of both, where I need to buy another version of my favorite hat because I have other hats, but the black one with the X on it is the only one I wear. That's why it's baked the hell out. So I need to get another one, but because I haven't washed it yet, I can have the new one on while that one is still in my laundry. Do you get what I mean?
I mean, my Aunt Connie schooled Jason
Keep
and
the
I at
rotation
Thanksgiving,
going.
and she said, "Do you like my shirt?" I said, "Yeah, and Connie, that's a really nice shirt." And she's like, "Oh, thanks. I bought 2 of them. I always buy 2 of everything. If it's my favorite, you have to buy 2." I'm like, I don't have that kind of money to go buy
or you
2.
just buy it in every color.
Yeah, or you buy it in every
Listen,
color. I want to
Crystal
bring this
said,
up really quick. Ramita, thank you so much for the super chat. I'm 40 and just gave birth to my surprise baby. She put birth. Congratulations.
congratulations.
Yes, congratulations. That's
Surprise
we love great
baby.
news over here in Hot
Wait a
Messy
minute, wait a
Topics.
minute, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Hold on.
Uh-oh.
Surprise. Bring the comment back up, please.
Yes. She said surprise baby. Ramita, can you let us know? Did
I
you
have
know that you
questions.
were having a baby, or are you saying it's a total surprise and you were one
Was
of
it-
those few cases where you woke up and you found out that you're having a baby?
I've had cousins.
Here's the question.
I've had
Hold
cousins
on.
who didn't know they were pregnant, and then next thing you know, they were in the hospital and they gave birth. So it's a real thing.
I've heard about that too.
I've seen the TV show.
There was one girl who actually gave birth in a school, and she went to go to the bathroom and she gave birth. She didn't even know she was pregnant. So I know that's completely off topic, but things happen.
Congratulations to Ramita.
Yes, congratulations. Oh, and everybody's so supportive. Everyone in the chat is saying congrats, Ramita. All right.
Also, okay, Jason's what, 38? 37, 38?
Jason's 38.
Okay.
And I hear you in the wine fridge getting champagne.
Yes, Jason.
Get them bottles.
As you
popping.
should.
Get them bottles.
Oh yeah, because he had
popping.
6,000 subscribers.
What are you bringing me? Thank you.
You said you fussing at him and he was getting you a drink.
Okay,
Wow.
he did that because we're on a live and he's trying to get good points with you guys because this is not how I'm treated normally. So let me just say
reward him after this live.
I don't think
That's all
he
I'm
needs
gonna
to
say.
get good
You better
points with
reward
us,
him.
but it's all right. I mean, that was
Wow, that was so nice, Jason. Thank you. I was quite parched. Okay. Okay.
Now,
I'm
is
not
that
as parched
Zach
as
Peters
Janelle over there
wine?
drinking her apple cider Bacardi rum.
No, this
vodka.
is lemonade today. This is lemonade. Lemonade and rum and LaCroix.
I'm on so right now I'm going through a cleanse. So today is my 4th day no drinking in a row because most of the time I'll drink for Hot Messy Topics and I'll have a glass of wine, or Jason and I will go to, it's not like excessive, but we might go to happy hour or something like that. And then I'll have like a glass of wine or a Manhattan or something. But now I was like, no, I want to cleanse my body for at least 10 days. So I'm doing that. And I'm also trying to kill about 20 pounds, like I said. So I'm not drinking right now.
30 days then.
Okay, don't push that on me.
Listen, I did a no alcohol cleanse for 30 days. I'm not gonna lie, I felt great. Then I went out with my friends, and it all went downhill.
See, that's the thing. Jason and I got invited to this, and I know that they're watching, so I have to be really careful. We got invited to this neighborhood like Halloween crawl thing where there's like 8 different houses that participate, and they all decorate their houses, and you spend like 30 minutes at each house. They all have different kinds of fun, like Halloween drinks, whatever.
Okay, listen.
And I said,
the
Jason,
last crawl we went to at that neighborhood, and then we ended up at the cop's house because there was like cop in the neighborhood, and he was like the last one, and that was the one I got.
Funnest one. The cop was actually the cop. We didn't even know the cop was a cop, and we show up, and it was the last house on the crawl, and he's like, "Everybody better drink some frosé and whiskey, mother." And I was like,
"Oh my god,
I don't know what is happening."
Yeah, I needed to get out of that. We're not living in that neighborhood, and that's not happening.
Yes,
that's
No,
not
that is
happening.
so Florida. That is so Florida.
Yeah, it's more Florida if you go in a golf cart.
Oh my, you know
more
what?
people have golf carts than cars. I'm like, what the
Can
hell
I
is
just
going
say,
on? Get a car.
do you know how
Golf
many
carts are
times I
free.
begged my parents for a golf cart, and they were like, "Do we look rich to you?" I said, "No, but golf carts are cheaper than a car. But it's okay.
I actually, when I was in 4th grade, I was always trying to keep up with the Joneses with my best friend Trevor. And when I was in 4th grade, I was like, this is my best friend. And we did everything together. And he had money and my family didn't. And for Easter, his parents surprised him with 2 golf carts. One was gas and one was electric.
What the hell?
I know. And I went home and for Easter, I had this 6-foot tall, creepy ass bunny that they got from Kmart. And it was sitting on my bed with a basket and like chocolates and stuff. And I looked at Dad and I was like, Dad, Trevor got a golf cart. And he's like, sit there with your fucking bunny. I'm not getting you a golf cart. Like, my dad is straight up with me. And he's like,
my mom used to tell me every time I complained to my mom, she said, life sucks, then you die. And I'm like, well, good point. So I'm just going to go back to what I was doing. My first car was like a 1987 Nissan Maxima. So,
well, everybody, I went to a very rich school.
What part of Florida were you?
Where are you from?
Oh, so I'm from Altamont Springs.
Where's that?
Right outside of Orlando.
Oh.
So like I'm about on I-4, I'm a good 20 minutes away from downtown Orlando.
Okay.
Okay.
And so
but the I-4 is just as bad as the 405 in California. God, it's so bad.
It's the worst. Like I was like, I cannot work in Orlando because like just being in I-4 traffic during rush hour is the worst. No, thank you. And then also having to drive on I-4 to get out to Disney or Universal, like it's always under construction. It's always something.
It still is.
Tourists don't know where they're going. They be like dipping and doing and swerving and whirring and all this stuff.
It sounds like DC to me.
It sounds like LA.
DC's awful. I mean, yeah, you know,
LA drivers are terrible too.
But
Beltway is the worst.
all the kids at my school, when they turned 16, I mean, it literally was like the TV show My Super Sweet 16, like the BMWs, Mercedes, Porsche SUVs. The Porsche SUV was actually electric. Okay. And they were like, what did you get for your birthday? I said, I got a Honda. And I was very happy with my Honda. I love my Honda.
Listen,
okay? I love my car.
I went to 13 different schools. In one of my schools in high school, so I would always switch schools because my parents got married and divorced so many times. So we would always switch neighborhoods. And I ended up going from this very poor school, which, I was most of the schools that I went to, they weren't like rich people schools. They were just like, they were lower class neighborhoods. That's what we lived in. And, I went from that school to all of a sudden my dad found this great duplex just randomly smack dab in the middle of this rich ass neighborhood called Wellington in Palm Beach County, where it's all of the Polo Club people. And I remember going to school, and on our first day we walked in. One, we saw this girl ripping this other girl across the courtyard over something. I don't know what that was about. And then this other girl was getting a yellow Lamborghini with a pink bow on it that her dad showed up and surprised her at school for her 16th birthday. And I'm like, I don't know what this is, but this is some like Degrassi shit. I'm all here for it. I want to see
setting yourself up for disappointment for the rest of your life.
Adam, did you ever go to a school where it was for me? Everyone also, if they didn't have like a luxury car, they had like souped up F-250s or F-350s.
That was Wellington.
Okay. Yeah, because everybody had all the football guys would, like, the moment the bell would ring, they would rip their shirts off. I don't know why. And none of them are good looking with their shirt off. They really need to keep their shirts on. Okay. And they rip their shirts off and they would hop into the bed. Is it the what's the thing in the back? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, the bed. Yeah.
I didn't have a pickup truck, so I don't know. And they would just hop into the bed of the truck, and they were just like, "Yeah, we're free." I said, "Bitch, get the fuck out of here."
I used to actually. So I had a girlfriend in high school, and we're gonna get back on topic because Kristen Marie's back in the room, and she was giving us crazy super chats earlier, so we appreciate her, and she wanted to chime in on the Dorit stuff. So I do want to bring her up because I promised that, but. I used to I had this girlfriend in school. She was legitimately my girlfriend for 2 years.
So did I.
Okay. And I introduced her to Jason. It wasn't awkward. And she was a good student. So she had a pass where she got to leave school early. And I was not a good student. So I had to stay my ass there all day. So what we would do is when you go out of the school parking lot, they would check your student ID. And if it had a yellow tag, you could leave. If it had a red tag, it was a no-go. So I would get in her trunk and she would pull around the corner and then I would get out of the trunk. And then I told my dad that story and he's like, what happens if somebody runs into the back of her car? You're dead. You're an idiot. And I was like, oh my gosh. I never thought
because
about
I was thinking that was amateur hour. I used to do so much worse.
Oh, okay. Okay.
That's what we used to
I
I
mean,
remember that used to be like our freshman at high school. That's what people do: get in the back or lay on top of like the seniors' laps and have coats on top of it, so you'd be able to get out. Because everybody would drive off campus to go out on lunch, but you could only leave if you were a senior or what is the thing? What's the senior?
The hierarchy of
junior,
high school.
junior and
The
senior. Yeah.
hierarchy of high school.
Seniors. Yeah, I'm like.
Ramita, total surprise. I got pregnant at 39, and thank you, everybody. Also, congratulations to Jason on 6,000. Yes, congratulations.
Yes,
Jason.
Thank you, everyone.
Y'all, baby,
Seriously,
not
thank
harsh,
you.
LOL. And I don't like Dorit, but I feel bad for her and her kids. All right, I do want to bring up Krista with us really quick. And I want to ask her because, again, she was very active in the chat earlier, and I want to welcome her. So, hi, Krista.
Hey, hold on. Let me see if you can hear me.
We can hear you.
Oh, just
Oh, you can hear me?
in high school, the Jayne.
Yeah, we can hear you.
And I did the same thing as you.
Oh, shit. Okay. I can't hear you. Okay.
You can't hear us?
So what were we
We love
talking
the cursey words.
Hi.
We love cursey words.
Can you hear us?
Okay. I love cursey words. Yeah, now I can hear you everything.
Perfect. So I know that you were in the chat earlier when we were on with Zach, and you're like, tag me in. And I was like, oh, well, we're trying to get Zach off. We promised him 30 minutes, and we kept him for like 40, 45. But I want to ask you now, because you said you had a lot to say about Beverly Hills and the whole Dorit situation. What was it?
Well, Beverly Hills thing I had a lot to say about, but the whole Dorit situation, that's sad. Did we find out yet if Eddie owned or Eddie did that installment for the alarm system? Eddie's.
Well, we heard that we're hearing that he
It's going to come out.
It's going to come out.
Yeah.
It was his stuff, or
It's not confirmed yet, but it's rumored to be his security system.
But I do want to say
So what
this
do you
really
guys-
quick.
okay.
This woman
Okay.
is not the one to mess with. She's like an investigator, Dana Wilkie.
Right.
And since
Dana.
Teddy went to page 6, once she went to page 6 and blamed Dana for putting Dorit's life at danger, and Dana felt like she needed to issue this, I'm like, oh shit, no. If your husband had something to do with it, Teddy, now Dana's on your ass. Sorry.
Yeah.
This is
I mean, like for some, I mean, they broke into our house, right? And
Right.
then no security went off, no alarm bells were going off.
That's what we're.
Krista, I was thinking the same thing. Oh my god.
Like, how does somebody and that rich end up in your bedroom over your bed, you know, and threatening your life? Like, it just doesn't sit right with me. Like, you're a very rich woman. Like, security.
Star in your chat says ADT has been outside her house today, which makes me even think like, why?
Wait a minute. Wait.
I have a question.
I mean,
about
yes.
Then,
Edwin.
she was there for 20 minutes with these people.
I have a question about Edwin's security company, because I'm very.
That's a long time.
Is it So is it
Mhm.
like a Brinks or an ADT where, you know, the people go out to your home, they install it, they put the sign in your Bad and Bougie, are you crying?
I was going to ask the same thing.
Yes, this is so traumatic.
Oh. Oh,
I wasn't sure. I didn't know if you were doing a Candace. I wasn't sure. I was like, okay. Okay. Sorry.
She has to now lower herself to ADT.
Oh, that's okay.
I was like, I feel bad thinking she's traumatized and triggered right now. I was like, oh God, no. I'm not going to say another word.
Jordan, we lost you. Call back in. I don't know what happened, but just call back in.
I have a question. You are hilarious.
I know.
I'm okay. So the question is Edwin's company like a Brinks or ADT where they come on, install or whatnot, or is it like a third party
Private
where they like how do I put it? Like they're the ones who like set up the service between different security systems, or he has his own. Like I'm very confused.
Like no overhead, really.
Yes, exactly. Thank you.
I feel like this doesn't sit right with me. I mean, he has something to do with all of their security systems. How is it that these weird things are happening where this panel wasn't gone? Somebody gets into Dorit's house and is able to get to her bedroom and threaten her life. Like, you know, like it doesn't. And then what was the other one? There's another break-in with his house, right? Kyle.
Well, I just read that. Okay, so I looked up the company.
Can you hear me?
And Monica from All About the Tea, one of her writers for her blog, her name is Abigail, said Edwin's security company is being accused of being unethical and fraudulent according to customers. According to the company's website, Skyline Security and Smart Home Management is the premier and largest distribution channel for Brink's Home Security, one of the largest home security alarm monitoring companies in the continental US, Canada, and Puerto Rico. The common theme with many of the following one-star Yelp reviews on the company is unethical business practices and fraud. Many are warning, beware. The reviews about deceptive sales practices are true. I'm a college graduate from USC, a business owner, and I come from a well-educated family. I consider myself fairly capable of negotiating. I consider myself fairly, capable of negotiating a fair and honest transaction. And then it just keeps going. Like, the reviews are so bad. Another person put, I will be requesting a cancellation of this immediately. Another person said, I don't go off on companies often, but really F off to Edwin. This is a deceptive business, and I will take your company to court in a heartbeat if my bank information is misused. And then another person wrote, Coachella Valley, beware, straight garbage. Don't believe a word that they say. My house was broken into. No integrity. Do not sign up with this company.
Here's my thing. Here's my thing about this. I know a lot of families.
Goddamn.
I know a lot of families who have alarm systems, either with ADT, Brinks, whoever. And also a lot of them in the last year, and I'm talking about families in Florida primarily. But like, I know a lot of people in the last year who've added Ring to their front door.
Right.
So
I get my neighbor's rings. Like, when something happens there, like, I see it in my little feed on my Ring.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I feel that's more safe than whatever the hell they're paying way too much money for.
Exactly.
Someone brought a good point in the chat. ADT was there. However, they could be just installing and replacing whatever was there before.
Well,
we don't know.
The reason why I'm saying this is that in all of the homes I've ever been in growing up in Florida, and even till now, when I go to my friends who now own homes, like, the moment I enter the door, a beep goes off. So, and the same thing happens if they open a window or they go out the back door, a sound goes off of some sort. So I am just wondering, when I was reading this story this morning on the Daily Mail, I was like, why did a sound not go off? Now, Dorit could be a heavy sleeper for all we know, especially if she's jet lagged and she just came in from London. But I'm thinking to myself, like, shouldn't have a sound gone off when someone had entered the home that wasn't supposed to be entering? Like, that's why, like, something about,
like, when they broke a window?
Right. Because something just, I mean, like, I remember a friend, she had a younger cousin who was like 3 years old, and we were all hanging out at her house, and the cousin got out the back door. And the sound immediately went off.
That's not how it works. So, for example, if a window were to break at my house, the police automatically come.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm thinking.
So it's no, did she hear? Whether we hear or we don't hear, we've had situations where we've not even been at home, and say my mother-in-law came over, whatever, they automatically call us. This is like so much is, I'm wondering about so much the more we talk about this, because when you have any type of, and I'm sure I don't have this type of security system that they have, but no, if any type
No, it sounds like you have a better one.
That's what I was about to say, Adam. I was about to say the same thing.
That's why she was crying for the girl. Like, girl.
No, but I'm just saying, like, I'm sure my home is not worth as much as theirs, or my security system is not. But if a window breaks, there's no, hey, is everything okay? No, the police automatically come. We had the police automatically come because of something minor that happened with our garage with a family member. So now the more that we talk about it, the more I'm just not buying it. I'm sorry. Like, at first I was like, when we got on this conversation, I was like, maybe it's an accident. But the more we talk about it, the more I think about things that have happened here in my house, I'm sorry. I don't believe that a door could actually be kicked in and the police don't come, because that automatically happens. And they call you. If you do not answer the phone, then they just come. And I live in a gated community, okay?
Mhm.
So the police automatically come if you don't answer the phone.
Right.
So something happens, a window or something, it goes off, they call you. If you don't answer, they come.
Yeah.
And then if it's a false alarm, they charge you for that.
Right.
They say, "Oh, well, you had us come on a false alarm." This just happened to me like a couple of weeks ago, where we had someone come to our home to pick up something out of our garage, which we had given them permission to pick up. And the police came and they called and we were like, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry. No, we didn't mean that." And we got a $125 charge. So this is now, I'm starting, the more we talk about it, the more I'm starting to think something ain't right.
See, that's why in Florida, Janelle, this shit wouldn't happen because all of your windows and shit, that's all hurricane proof. So you're not kicking in my window. Just saying. Just saying, you're not getting in this window.
I just had to put myself on mute because my house phone was ringing.
It's still ringing.
A house phone?
Ringing.
Yeah. God, I haven't heard a house phone in so long.
I
haven't had a house phone since.
It came with my internet. It's great.
That's amazing. Yeah,
it's great. Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Is like, yeah, everything is hurricane proof. So like, it's hard as fuck to break a window.
Okay, so where we're going with this is it's looking like Teddy's husband's company, and I'm not saying it's Teddy's husband.
Allegedly,
yeah.
But what I'm saying is somehow the company, to be the security companies for these, you know, multi-million-dollar homes, somehow something's not up to par. And no, it's not Teddy's fault. No, it's not her husband's fault. But I mean, like you said, I forgot if it was Adam or Jason said in the beginning, maybe they need to talk to the Jenner security and find out what they're doing and get a referral, because this is not okay.
And especially this is my thing, really quick. This is not the first time. This is not the second time. So, you know, you've admitted this to Erika before on camera on Beverly Hills. I'm not really sure how this is happening again, especially in Encino, from where she lives, which, you know, apparently has been put out. There's a police station 8 minutes away. So I'm not really sure how, you know,
also,
this is.
Can I just, okay,
something
listen,
ain't
I pulled up Dorit's Instagram, and this is exactly what my mother warned me against when I moved to New York City. She was like, do not put your personal like belongings on camera. And it's so funny she said this to me, because the only thing at that time that was like social media wise that was like up and coming was Facebook and MySpace. But she has always told me from day one, don't put your personal stuff on camera, like, because you just don't know. Earlier I said, all of this at the same time is making sense, but it's not making sense.
Well, and then also only $100,000 worth of stuff taken. Like, wouldn't you imagine that a couple bracelets, a couple diamond rings, a couple diamond earrings, like that would easily go over $100,000? I'm shocked that it was only $100,000 and that not all of her stuff is gone, because like Kyle Richards, she was completely wiped out. But then over here, we're hearing that
So basically, they just stole Crystal's small purse.
Her Birkin.
Her little $95,000 tiny little.
Oh yes, her little $95,000.
First, I want that Birkin. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
gingerbread house.
Let's think about this realistically. Let's think about this realistically. So they came in, and basically we're saying.
I mean, she still got eyelashes on. She still made sure to put eyelashes on. Okay, Dorit, I see you.
Bad and bitchy, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, so realistically, we're looking at this, and they broke in, and they held her hostage, right? Because she said, "Don't kill my kids and me and all that," and they only went through and took like a few bags or something. You know what I'm saying? 100,000. That's like 3 or 4.
Crocodile Birkin.
Yeah, that's 3 or 4 outfits for Dorit. So yeah,
didn't I want to interrupt really quick?
So it was not a scam. And the more I think about it, because if you're gonna hold somebody hostage, she's like here, like, don't kill me, which it strangely reminds me now of the whole Kim thing. But so now they done stormed in her room. She's like, please don't kill me. But they come in and they only take a few things.
Didn't Kyle, after that whole thing happened and she lost a lot of family heirlooms and stuff, didn't she get some of it back?
She only got a few items back, but the ring that she always
Like in the mail, or how did she get those back?
She found it at pawn shops. She found it at pawn shops. So yeah.
But wait, let's not be mistaken that all of this stuff is covered by insurance. And I know insurance doesn't cover the sentimental value of, Mauricio giving her the earrings or what have you. I get it.
Right.
But let's not be mistaken that they get all this money back.
Absolutely.
And that's how they get it, is in money.
I'm going to give you an example. Can I give you an example really quick?
Well,
does everyone remember a car driving through Pump Restaurant?
Yes. But
okay, so I had to go in that day because it was such, there was a car in our restaurant, we had to figure it out. But the look on Ken's face was just so happy because it's a remodel. It's insurance paying for all of this.
I will say,
but that wasn't an inside job. That was actually somebody.
That was not an inside job. But insurance is going to take care of it.
I will say this. I will say this because I have worked in insurance offices before. A lot of the cases, and yes, you can insure jewelry. Problem is that some people wait till it's too late to do so when it has depreciated in value. So for whatever you did buy it for, you may not get that same, because some jewelry does appreciate in value, but some of it depreciates depending on what it was made out of.
Right, but I have a feeling they're not waiting, especially Dorit. She's not waiting to insure her diamonds.
I've always questioned Dorit's finances for the fact that PK had to file for bankruptcy, and the fact that she had that lawsuit over her, I think, was it her bathing suit company or another
Beverly Beach.
Yeah.
But also her new partner in this wedding dress thing, Nectaria, has a lot of Jason. Nope, sorry.
You don't mention them. What? Other people got in a lot of trouble for mentioning them. They
will not mention them. Scrub that from the case, please. Thank you.
Yes. Please scrub that from the case real quick.
All over the internet.
Justice has filling.
Oh yeah, go ahead, Justice.
Was even if they didn't come in there with bags already, if they stole her purses, you could clear out and stuff out bags. Because I've seen the videos where the girls come in there with trash bags in Victoria's Secret and clear out a whole section of underwear and bras. So and this is 3 men, so I don't really see how could they not come off with a whole bunch more stuff.
Right.
So the pricing, the math ain't mathing. And then and then another thing is that when she said about the whole dialogue that they had about don't eliminate me, I just don't try and say the K word because I have a small child here, so I don't like to say that. But don't eliminate me and all this stuff. It's so you're telling me this guy was in front of you with the gun, with the hammer, and he let you live, and he didn't tie you up, he didn't stuff you in a closet.
But see, if we have to compare it to the Kim Kardashian case,
it's just so.
If we have to compare it to Kim Kardashian, it does not surprise me he did not harm her though, because in a lot of the case, even with the bling ring or any other case of someone getting their house broken into in a major city like LA or for Kim in Paris, they don't, thank God, do not get harmed. So
but most of the time, you would at least, if someone has
you're trying to make it. I think Justice is saying you're trying to make it harder for them to get out to call the cops and trying to make, because immediately as soon as they left,
you may lock them in a basement. So then, they don't have because a lot of people don't have house phones, unlike Janelle. So you lock them in the basement, they won't have their phones or something. You got some time to get away, because that's the thing. You're trying to buy time, and that's time to get away. And that's the thing about the story.
And if you're gonna go forth with not only burglary and armed robbery and kidnapping, you're not gonna just steal $100,000 worth of stuff. You're gonna clean that shit out if you're really trying to, you know what I'm saying? So they're gonna be the dunces of all criminals. You won't go to jail basically for the rest of your life. You done got kidnapping against 3 people. You done got, you know what I'm saying, all these charges, and you just took a couple bags. Come on.
Yeah, and also how much money this is.
Instagram, look at all the material. Look at all these. This is on her Instagram. This is all the stuff that's in her closet. Oh, never mind. Y'all can go on Dorit's Instagram on your own.
I want to look into this because one of someone said in your chat, I just heard there's no police report. I would love to look into that.
Okay, here's the thing.
But also, when you're dealing with these certain areas, they don't always have like the police report readily available for like the people to just grab.
Right.
And
Like
usually
in
it's like someone like TMZ who knows somebody in there that ends up getting it for us.
Mm.
But if it just happened last night, because I know this from personally being robbed, the police report that the police have to come back, they have to all, make their reports, and it does take more than just 24 hours for the police report to become public. So it just may be that there's not a police report. I'm trying to give Dorit every chance I can.
No, you're absolutely correct. No, y'all are both correct, because I know
exactly. You can take a few
I have friends
days
who have been
but-
robbed before, who have been mugged. I've also had friends who have been harmed on the street before, and it took, for the friend who got harmed on the street, it took a week for that police report to be public, and for the friends who have been mugged, it took about 2 to 3 days. But also, this is New York City, and it depends on the precinct and where you file it. So I just don't. And LAPD is a huge force, so I just would not. And probably there's something happening every single night in LA, so I just don't expect something like that to be public like instantaneously. Like, just because TMZ was on the site and because other cops are there doesn't mean the police report is going to be there. Now, it's not like an Erika where she goes like, "Oh, my husband broke his ankle," and there's no police report. We're not talking about that.
Right.
It's something completely different.
All right, I want to go ahead really quick, and I'm going to go around the room because we're at 1 hour and 45 minutes, and Jason and I are doing date night where we're going out to dinner because we're going to pretend like we like each other.
Are y'all going to seafood, chicken, turkey?
Hey, tomorrow we're going to see some really
oyster night.
fun people. We're going to the boat show tomorrow.
Aphrodisiac. Okay,
Yeah.
y'all.
Okay, Janelle.
It is oyster night. It's $1 oysters.
Oh my God!
And they're like,
I
love
where this
oysters.
place is, because whenever I'm in Florida, I have a hard time finding like good oyster places. Okay.
No, you got to come down to South
we
Florida.
live like on the beach, so like they're everywhere. When I go to a place,
Well, we don't live on the beach, okay?
Not like on the beach, but literally
Palm Beach County.
We live on an island, so yeah, it's everywhere. But when you you go to a breakfast place in the morning and they tell you they have no crab because their supplier, I'm like, the supply is everywhere around us. So I don't know why you don't have crab. That's weird. But no,
I know you're not bitching about crab, and then you get mad at me for bitching about a seat in a movie theater. Just saying really quick. I just want to say.
I don't know why you were thinking that in the state of Florida that they would have the same standard of movie theaters like they do in California. Okay.
Right, because I'm hopeful. Okay. But no, with that though, seriously, guys, we're almost at 1 hour and 50 minutes. We have over 800 people in the room. I appreciate the hell out of everyone, our mods, even you, Sky Blue, who's telling me that I don't chat with people in the live chat or comments. And
Sky Blue doesn't know how many thousands of comments you get a day. So you try. I mean, even I try. I only have 6,000 subscribers. Can you imagine having 80,000 more? I don't know if I could keep up.
I can't even
I know we read them, so I know I try to go through them as well.
But I do want to say, Sky Blue, I will make an effort, and I'm not mad at the comment. I will make an effort more when it comes to my videos and stuff. Even though I'm posting like 8 to 10 a day, I will make an effort to go through and live on my phone and go through the comments and make sure that I reply to as many as possible.
Well, then I will apologize to Sky Blue because I'm not going to let you do that because we have to have a life as well.
Oh, okay. All right, we're going to... Sassy Jason, you need an oyster. All right, we're going to go around the room really quick and let us know where we can find you. Janelle, we'll start with you, and then we're going to pop you down as we go. Janelle, where can we find you?
Oh, my God, so many places.
Oh, God.
How about online?
Yeah, how about online?
You can find me in so many places. Okay, hello. I'm trying to talk like Erika was during the reunion when she told Andy, please speak easy on me. I'm like, girl, bye. You can find me on social media, primarily Instagram and TikTok at Janelle Sunshine, JeANELL, Sunshine, all one word. And also on Saturday at 5 p.m. Eastern Time, myself, Jordan, and Justice will be going live on Porn with Jordan's channel to talk about
we love Jordan
lives. And we're going to be on there for an hour. So please tune in if you are not already subscribed to Jordan's channel, to Adam's, to Jason's, well, Bad and Bougie, and Justin's. Everybody got a channel except moi. Y'all better subscribe now. Okay?
Oh, wait. And you have to end it with that, you know.
Okay. Oh, listen, we were talking about this today on Jordan's channel. I need you guys sound less like a cat and more like Cardi B.
Okay. I'll work on it. I'll work on it.
And
Jenna?
also, can I just say one quick thing about one thing? Okay. There was something about the reunion that really just like unsettled me. And that was when Erika was like, oh, all of you can just have called me and been like, what's up? I have been a witness in a legal case before. And one of the first questions that the prosecution and the defense asked me was, what were your conversations with the defendant? And I had to be honest and be like, oh, yeah, we talked about this. We talked about that. Even though I'm not the one being prosecuted. I'm not the one who broke the law in any shape or form. But that was one of the first questions they asked me. So I felt like it was very unfair for Erika to be like, y'all could have called me. No, because they could have been subpoenaed. Because that's a very real thing. Because the first thing any lawyer is going to ask you is, what did y'all talk about? Because that's what happened. Because that's what happened with me. Like, and this was with a innocuous situation with a coworker. I did not talk to this chick about anything else but work. But yet they subpoenaed me because I worked in close proximity with her. So, I mean, Erika was wrong for saying that because she does not. I understand she's in the mud with all this nonsense, but to put that on her co-stars and her friends, that was wrong. I'm like, girl, bye.
I agree with you. Janelle?
But thank you for having me again in my lemonade rum.
Hey, thanks for coming. And hopefully we'll see you tomorrow night for Hot Messy Topics.
Let's do it.
All right, guys, it's almost Friday. Janelle, thank you so much. Go follow Janelle and Janelle Sunshine.
Let me hear you say it one more time. Let me see it.
Yeah.
We're going to work on it.
Okay, we'll work on it. Bye,
Janelle. Okay, we're not working on it off this, though. Like, we're not, as soon as we get off this, we're not working on it like the rest of the night. Okay.
Oh, like he's gonna be at the when you guys get oysters.
Yeah, when we go to the oyster bar, he's going,
Okay. Judgy Justice, where can we find you?
Hi, you can find me here on TikTok and on YouTube at Judgy Justice. That's where I give my judgment for the hot topics and recaps in my Judgy Justice's courtroom. So I'm working on some more aesthetics when it comes to that. And thank you guys so much for having me for Hot Messy Topics. It was delicious tonight, and I hope to do it tomorrow and hope you guys enjoy your night out.
Hey, thank you, Justice. Everyone go check out Justice. We appreciate you, and we hope to see you tomorrow.
All right. Bye. Bonnet Gang out.
Bye, Justice. Donna
like
Matadi, thank you so much. Enjoy dinner, she said. And then Pouring with Jordan said, Bonnet Gang on Pouring with Jordan after this. Yes, make sure you go check out Pouring with Jordan. And let's not forget, we have Bad and Bougie. Bad and Bougie, where can we find you?
Hey, Bad and Bougie, I actually have a quick question before you do your sign off. Where I can't find you. And I've read comments where people
TV with Bad and Bougie KM. You got to add the KM.
And is that everywhere?
Well, yeah. So my Instagram is Bad and Bougie. My YouTube is Bad and Bougie Reality Check TV with Bad and Bougie KM. And I already said my Instagram. And my Twitter is Bad and Bougie KM.
Perfect. I'm going to find you because I want you to come join us for something. So I want to message you.
Okay. And so my email, if you just want to email, is ytallstars with a Z at gmail.com.
ytallstars with a Z at gmail.com.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And so I just thank you guys so much for allowing us all up here to give our differences of opinion. I enjoy it so much. Like, I've been addicted to you guys ever since. Like, I wake up in the morning listening to you guys. I listen to you guys all day. Like, I just love it.
Thank you.
I'm sorry. Just kidding.
Thank you. No, seriously, it's always so much fun having everyone on here. And I love having everyone's opinion, sometimes unfiltered, sometimes not. Sometimes it gets a little passionate in here. Sometimes it doesn't. But I live for it. It's something that Jason and I are so excited about.
You guys
that this is
manage
working
it
out.
so well. Like you guys, I swear, you guys are amazing. I love
This
it.
is the different show. Like I don't know if people understand too. This is Hot Messy Topics is just kind of like an unfiltered hangout. It's not really like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? We're just kind of expressing opinions and all kind of like bantering, and it's not that serious. So I'm glad people come and hang out with us.
Even like you guys, like even your uploads that you put up, like I'm just like, oh my God, what? Like I wake up in the morning and I check out both you, like what happened? What's going on today? Because I know you guys come on before me because I'm on the West Coast. So I immediately like wake up and I'm just like, oh my God, what happened now? So I love it. Ever since I got turned on to you guys, I've been addicted.
Thank you.
Well, I love it. I'm glad you're here.
Well, and we will definitely email you because we want to see if you will join us for something. So I'm excited about that.
Okay, I'm going to put my email in the private chat.
I already have it. I have it.
YTallstars with the Z at gmail.com.
Yep.
I got a memory here.
Peace and love. I love you guys.
Thank you, Bad and Bougie. We'll see you soon.
Okay, bye.
All right, Shane Shady, thank you so much for the super chat. We appreciate you. And then there was one in here that I thought was really funny. I want to bring it up really quick. Where are you? Coach G said, I wake up and be like, what's Adam talking about? LOL. Guys, I want to thank everyone for calling in. Pouring with Jordan, Krista Marie, even though some people got disconnected and sometimes StreamYard is an ass, and I'm sorry. Camille, it was so nice to have Camille on as well. Andrea, you said your friends call you Andrea, so I want to call you Andrea. Janelle, Donna, Judgy Justice, David, thank you so much for being a first-time caller. I see that we had a few other new people in the room. Guys, we're rounding it up to 2 hours now, and Jason and I are going on date night.
This is like the longest it's been. Jamie, thank you so much again for the super sticker. What the hell? Thank you.
Oh, Jamie, thank you so much. We appreciate you guys. Thank you to all of our mods and everyone who gave super chats, super stickers, and being respectful in the live chat. We appreciate it. Honestly, this isn't supposed to be a place where everyone attacks each other. That's not the point of it. It's just supposed to be a live chat at the end of your day to just come on and give your unfiltered opinions and participate. This is a community, so I just always ask people to be respectful. Even when Sky Blue said, Adam, you need to start engaging in your comments more, I didn't take that as a dig. I appreciate it. I'm here for feedback. I will get more engaged in my comments. I'll just have to do it when I'm in the bathtub and Jason doesn't know because Jason takes my phone away from me and it's like, get off of YouTube. When you're with me, we need to be present. So date night tonight, I won't have my phone, but I love you guys. I appreciate all of our callers. Please go follow them. And Jason, last but not least, where can we find you?
You can find me at Down with Jason. I'm your sister channel. We talk about everything that's, I don't know, pop culture, entertainment, reality TV, sometimes royal news, but we're doing a lot of different things. I'm so excited because we just did our first Anchor watch this past Tuesday night, which was so fun. And we're doing another one this Tuesday night. It's a recap of Below Deck, which is my favorite show. That's how I started my YouTube originally before I revamped the YouTube and came back. But I love Below Deck, and we have so many exciting guests. This week, we have Jolene Lunzer joining us. The following week, I think we have Kempire joining us. And every week is a different guest, a different, I have a co-host, of course, but we have a different guest, and we have a lot of people, fun people calling in starting in the next few weeks that are actually from the show. And Adam and I will be at the boat show tomorrow with some fun people. I really wish we got to see Lisa Barlow because I need some Vita.
Oh, that's what I was going to tell Jordan is I was talking to Lisa Barlow
that's what I was
because she's at the boat show in Fort Lauderdale. And she asked, I asked her first, are you going to be there tomorrow? And then she messaged me back and said, no, but can you, come down tonight? And I was like, no. And then she said, okay,
that's a no.
Orlando tomorrow.
Negative.
But thank you so much for the super chat. We appreciate you. Camille's down here in the call, and she's getting a back rub. I need a back rub. Guys, we're signing off. We're going to date night, and I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Don't forget to smash that like button. If you're not subscribed, get subscribed. Thank you to our mods, our amazing callers, and a great conversation. And thank you for our super chats and super stickers. You guys are the best. Happy Thursday. Stay safe. Don't post your shit on social media. Go make some memories. Have a good night. Breathe. Maybe watch like a calming movie, like a thriller, like Jeepers Creepers or something.
God.
I don't know. And we will see you tomorrow for Hot Messy Topics. Bye, guys.
See you Friday.
Bye.